I don't know why. Okay, it's live now. Okay, so today is better. So let's go to the normal agenda. Okay, so let me share my screen on this one first. Sure. Okay, and take it over to Discord as well. Where's Discord? Okay, I hope you can see my screen now. All right. So for today is we are going to go through the office hour numbers 15. So this is current in the middle of the sprint. So there is not too much update, but there is something that we would like to show you as well. So given the last office hour, we were talking about that we are working on the Discord bot agent. And at the moment, we have managed to finish the development of that. And we are currently in the final testing. So let me show you how is it going to work. So we have recorded a video because right now it's still in testing. So it will take us a few more days. But I think you can see how it's working here. Okay, I hope you can see that. So this means like you in order to make on Discord, you will actually need to go into Discord developer, and also you need to register one agent in here. And in this one, there will be a URL that is like an installation link. You just copy that, and it's open, and then you can have a client ID that you can add that Discord bot to your server. So this is how you can add a Discord bot to your server and give it some permission, like everyone can mention it and so on. So this is like a prerequisite step. So as long as you have the Discord bot that put it into your workspace like this one, then and the Discord bot should be okay to go. And then at this one, you can go into the AgenticFlow, and then you can create a new agent like this, test public agent, and then just go here. So we make some change. So if you go into the public part, after we are doing the deployment, and you just switch to the public, and then you will see that there is an option that named Discord, and it will ask you for a Discord bot token. And Discord bot token is actually coming from the website that you can take it from developer account. And in here, there will be a button that named reset token. And absolutely, you need to reset the token with your digit in here. And there's with a token here, you just copy the token and then come back into AgenticFlow, you paste here and save. So technically like that. So you can configure your agent on Discord is simple like that. And the rest of this is going to be handled by AgenticFlow. And your agent is going to be green, so it means it is active. And then you can start to talk to your agent, say hi, and then the agent is going to create a new thread to respond to you. And you can see now it is super fast, and just you can just chat it with that just like normal. So that is the ability that we can kind of like bring your agent that you create in AgenticFlow, but deploy to anywhere. So where your team is working together. Yeah. So I think that's it. And you can see the chat history of here. So if you are deploying your agent to your customer on Discord agent and so on, then you have the full visibility on how people is chatting with your agent, and that is how you can and you can absolutely can disconnect that anytime. So it will delete your token, and we will no longer have, and the bot is going to be deactive offline, just just like that. So I think that's this on this side, and kind of like something that we have it done. So it will take like a few more days until that we can come back into this one and make it more better. All right. So any question on the Discord part? Look like no. Anyway, so just feel free to drop into Discord if you have any question, and we are going to answer on that. And after this one, what next is that we have some discussion. So in August, we are going to say that we will extend it to other platform as well, including Slack, Telegram, and WhatsApp. So next, after Discord, we will extend these other platform so that you can deploy your agent to other platform. That will be more straightforward and easy. So after Discord, that working for agent already, then you just need to we will make it to work together with MAS as well. So your agent is going to be super powerful, and it can helpful to support an MAS to run with the Discord bot. All right, let's move on to the next one. So the next topic is about we have a small issue in the, the list, right? So let me add one more window, which is in this window on YouTube. Okay, on YouTube, where is the YouTube? Okay, I think on YouTube we don't also not have fan either, so that's okay. So on Discord, we have a small issue where James and someone was having some issue like this. So there will be some issue like we need a like start and top pause function, like each step need to act separately when clicking run step. Because I think Jim was trying to build some of the workflow that requires like video generation, and because of video generation it actually quite expensive. So if you are in the middle process of doing things and you are trying to kind of like rerun a step, and it will just run everything from zero up, then it actually technically is not so good for the experience of the builder. So we heard you, and thanks Arvin to producing this requirement register. So from our side, we take it seriously on the feedback, and then we actually prioritize this one to implement that. So let me show you on how it is working. Okay, let me share your screen on this. Let me change the stream and come back into the other flow. Not this one. Yeah, not this one. Where is it? It should be okay. This one. So let me add one more screen in here, and add one more stream, add one more windows. Okay, add to that switch window. And let me also switch on the YouTube as well. Stop, share again. Yeah, you should see this. All right, so this is one thing that we are introducing. So the button run step. So we change the behavior of this run step action so that when right now, when you are running and it will using the catch behavior instead of like running entire thing from 1 to 3. So for now, for example, like I'm going to press one button, like run step in here. Okay, let me go back. Mhm. Run. Okay, it's showing the catch. And let me one more generated image. Okay, it show up now. All right, so what I would like to show you is that normally if you go into the history like this one, and then you click refresh, then if you are just like I do, so when you are clicking on the like the subsequent step, it will start to run from the beginning until that step. So that is quite of like not an efficient use of the resource. But as you can see in here, even I only click on the generate image, but it only running on that single step only, and it is using the output of the dependency. So for example, like this generate image node is actually referring to the previous step number 2, And because of the step number 2 that's already have the data that is like puppy with big and innocent eyes. So whenever that you are rerunning this one again, it will not trying to run from 0 up, but it would rather than using the previous data from that one in order to generate a new puppy picture. So if you go here again, then you will see another puppy picture, but it will generate on the same prompt, and it will just cost you only like 4 credit or 3 in order to generate this image. So why is it going to be helpful? Because for example, like over time, you have a workflow that will require a lot of like bigger step and so on. It will be challenge for you to just working on that single step only, because you might believe that you step 1 step 2 is already working and good. You don't want to repeat it every time. So with this feature, you can rerunning on this one only, so that would be easier for you. Okay. And in the case that you would like to rerun everything from zero up, we also having this one. So you click on this one, it will rerun step up to here. So for example, like this one, I'm going to change this cute dog into cute cat, and I will save. So if I click on run step, it will not changing anything. It will still using the dog prompts in order to generate an image. And I will see that this is another the image from a dog. But if I click rerun from step from here, so it will technically running everything from 1 to 3. And I will expect this one will change to a cat after it has been finished running. It's not show up here. Why? But anyway, let me open this tab. Yeah, okay, it's technically running 3 steps, and it's showing cat here. So there, for some reason, that this output is not refreshing after the run, but in the history page, actually it is changing. So when you click on run everything, it will show up. So we will fix this bug. But technically, what we enable you now is you can either decide to run this step only, or you will rerun everything from ground up. Okay, so that is the number 2 update that I already mentioned. Hey, I saw there's Umbra, you have answer question. So we don't have this one yet. This folder is not. So for now, everything is going to be under the history. So every data that attached to the workflow will be under the history. So we don't have the common library because actually this is kind of like the end user generated data. And at the moment, we do not storing these in a common library yet. Yeah, but in the future, maybe we can consider. But it depends on how you would like to structuring and storing these, because it can be growing very fast. For example, like you have some kinds of like a workflow that can be using by 50 people in your team, and they will generate a lot of like picture and data. And if you would like to storing all of these, it's going to be quite massive. And there will be a like limitation that a number of data that you can use. And if you would like to have that, this depends on the use case. Yeah, correct. So I think if you would like to do this, I would suggest that in the workflow, you can add an MCP, and maybe you choosing Google Drive or maybe an S3. Yeah, correct, using MCP. So that would be easier because the AgenticFlow is not meant to be a place to store all of these heavy data sets. Especially there, some of our customer is using video AI as well, and video is super heavy for the platform, and it's also about the privacy data as well. So normally we will not do the retention on very long. This data is going to be deleted after a period of time. So it's better that you save that externally if this is something that you would like to retain. Okay. All right, good. So I will go to the next one. So let me go back into my list. So go back to Discord. I will screen sharing. I will change that into. Wait, if I move to the other screen with install. Okay, it's go together. So only YouTube, I think. YouTube we need to return again. Okay, now we need to reshare again on YouTube. All right, next one on this one is we are going to talking about the Chrome extension. So Chrome extension is something that we have been exploring for before. I think in the AgenticFlow AI feature base. So in here, you will see that there will be a Chrome. Yeah, it's a Chrome extension. Have been voting for 30 people. It have been here for a while, but we decide that we will pick this in order to kind of work on that. The reason is that when we are working on the the multi-agent system, we identify that multi-agent system will be super more powerful if we equip that with an agent that have the ability to control your current browser. So this means like because of the agent in AgenticFlow is accepting everything in API. So if a website do not have API or something, it will not able to work pretty well. But if we can have an agent that can control your own browser, so it means it will inheriting all of the like login credential that you have on that browser already. And for example, like you just need to fill in a form, or you would like to do some automation that maybe that there will be no API available, then you can do that. And perhaps that this agent, which is your browser, can be participate as part of the team in a multi-agent system. So that's why we were thinking that this is something very interesting to do, and that's why we also building a prototype of this one. I actually I'm planning to show everyone on this Chrome extension demo. We already make a very good demo on this already. But it will fail. When I deploy to production, so I cannot share. But basically, the UI will be looking similar like this. So I think we can share with you a picture of that. Where is it? No, I think I don't have that at the moment for me. Yeah, so I think I cannot show it everyone at the moment because the bug that we caused, I already reversed the branch that having the code of the extension. But basically, we plan to explore a prototype of the AgenticFlow browser agent. This agent will have ability to control your current browser and serving Chrome extension and serving as a bridge between your browser and the agent on AgenticFlow via MCP protocol. So basically, it will allow the agent that you create on AgenticFlow to control the certain tabs in a browser of choice. This can be helpful to do some stuff like help you to fill in your accounting software, unsubscribe, email, marketing email, mass, or can do some kinds of like automation on the site that do not have API or behind paywall. This can also be part of MAS so that you can have an agent that control your browser. Yeah, so let me answer the question from Anton. The question from Anton is, can Chrome extension work like that? Agent trigger running temporary Chromium instance for the task and install extension during the task so that multiple tasks can be run without user interaction with personal browser and no need to use your personal browser for any task. Yeah, so actually that's is two choice of like design the extension. So we have two options to route. One is hit separate browser every time every section. So this will not impact your current browser. But the problem is doesn't have your cookies or login credential. So it is a browsing anonymous. So less useful from my perspective, actually. The second option, which is we are talking to, is browser agent that attached to an active Chrome tab. Maybe you can create a separate profile for it, so it can using or log into your CRM, internal system, or website behind paywall, etc. Yeah, so that is just a design decision. So at the moment, I'm leaning more forward to the second route, but I'm open to have the discussion on this. What is the more useful for you? Depends on the use case. What are the use case that can we leverage here? Yeah, and the option one is this could be used as a remote Chrome's instant on the cloud to do some, I don't know, automation task RPA that need some manipulation. Yeah, but you cannot, but can log in, of course, unless you want to give the password. Which is a security issue. Yeah, true, true. I would say the route number one is makes sense for the case that we can scale unlimited to the cloud. So the current architecture that we are using can handle that. So we will need to extend the like cloud browser supporting. So it can be useful for certain use case. So the route number one is going to be helpful on the case that you would like to do some browser automation. Is it similar like to like browser based or browser use services? Yeah. So if we are doing on these kinds of services, maybe we would rather using some of the yeah playwright for letting forward a lot do mostly the same thing run browser on the cloud. Yeah, true. So I think Playwright was a very good automation tool. Originally, we also planning to using Playwright for that, but from the like the easier for the user adoption. So we were changing into the Chrome debug mode, where we can using some DOM manipulation or kinds of like visual. So for this one, so let me show you what is the underlying. So we were using DOM manipulation and with visual enable LLM support. Yeah, true. That is the rule number one is kind of like very hardcore, very like technical savvy people people can use. For normal user, just having some automation task, like a small business owner just would like to have someone that filling a very big form from IRS for some reason. Then this core retention is aiming forward for that part. But definitely, the root number one is something that we could do on this one. Yeah. So let me introduce a bit on this one. So for the browser agent, so we will using kinds of like visual enabled LM support. So this is including GPT, GPT 4o, Gemini, Sonnet. You can choose, or maybe using special VLM to enrich the how to say, the manipulation. And we also having hybrid. Hybrid mean we just using both approach in order to make it better on this one. So for now, the prototype is leaning towards rows number 2. Yeah, I believe that we will do both over time. But for now, I think I would like to, what I would like to have is that I would like to have a Chrome extension there, and maybe like 1,000 people will install, and then they will make some use of that. And for example, like um, why we do this one? So let me talk about why. Why? Bring your agent to your workspace, which is Discord, Slack, Chrome. AgenticFlow is where you build it, but you need a place to use it. Chrome is a good, will boost users. So that is my hypothesis. So that's why I was planning to have this one, and I would like to bring your agent to where you are. So for example, like you open a YouTube and you will see a button, and then you click a button and it will call to your YouTube agent, and YouTube agent will summarize. And you open any website, it will do certain things, and you can configure that. So technically, my vision, you can configure a team of agents that will show up on context. You have an, for example, like what is the tool that I was using? For example, you have a Stripe agent. Then when you visit Stripe, the Stripe agent, you know it, and show the very quick button, and you can just one click to trigger it. You have YouTube agent. Then when you visit YouTube, the YouTube agent should know it and show option to do it. Yeah, so that is what I'm thinking. So it's be more contextual based rather than like you have to go and talk to agent and force them to do something. So that is still very beginning. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that I believe that it can be useful, at least for myself. Is I am glad that everyone is having that one. I will. So this is not a small one. Yes, security. Can you share a bit more about security? Yeah, what is the concern? Yeah. So I think this depends on what kinds of like agent that you will equip. So right now the Chrome extension will have ability to read your current website. So yeah, it will ask you for permission, so that when you are sending the data to the agent, actually that is the going to be the agent that in your workspace, not random agent. So because we would like to make it like you are going to you install the AgenticFlow Chrome extension and you log into AgenticFlow, then you have a team of agents that you build in AgenticFlow that will be available, and based on the contextual of where you are, and when you open the like the side panel, then you will show up like the first Stripe agent will show up if you are choosing them, and maybe you will even like have a generic agent that going to able to answer for some question if you configure that kinds of like sub agent. And after all, it will be able to do some kinds of like browser manipulation. For example, like filling some form for you. For example, like just imagine, I'm very lazy to filling some form. So I have my data that's storing in my library of AgenticFlow. For example, like in here. So I having the information about like Pixel ML and AgenticFlow in my library. So later, when I need to fill in some form, then I just need to click on my Chrome extension, and I will chat to my agent that say, "Hey, you know what my company is? Help me to fill in the form." Yeah. For tier bond, yeah, of course. So because this is would be like everyone is going to be sharing the same workspace, so that's why they will sharing the same library. And yes, the restriction information is necessary. Uh, yeah, correct. So for Hang, it is absolutely the first use case. So it's going to be like a very simple, like one-click summary of YouTube article or maybe GitHub repository, because that one is very basic, like preview or built-in workflow. When the extension come, it will have some quick button so that you just open the extension, you click that, and it will using your AgenticFlow credit in order to summarizing the web page. So you can use AgenticFlow somewhere else, not just only on AgenticFlow. You can build up the AgenticFlow over time for more agent, but out of the box, we will have summarize. We will have like automation action to filling form or unsubscribe email in mass. I mean, that is should be some of the common use case, right? That we want to do it. Yeah. Thank Jane Lee. Yeah, that's great. So to answer to the Anton question, yeah, yeah, I believe that the restriction on data is necessary. We are having a feature request that also is in the folder. Yeah, folder organization on library and connection. So when we are taking over on this one, I think we will be able to do some kinds of restriction, like which team member can access to which folder and so on, and what agent is like a common. At the moment, we yet able to reach to that yet, but definitely that's going to be in the roadmap to pick it up. So I wait. I think for the Chrome extension, I need to put it into development, because actually technically we already started development on this part. Okay. Yeah, I think we already have a prototype that working already. I can show you a demo in the next office hour. That is pretty cool. Basically, it can do summarization. It can filling the form for you. It can kind of like analyzing what you are in your browser in order to click into some button. Some classic example is like go to Google and search stock of Tesla or Nvidia, and if you just open your browser and attach into that, and yeah, and I will need to learn how to submit a Chrome extension to the store as well, and I will see how it's go. Yeah, okay. Right, let's move on. So that is Chrome extension. This is more about like example for now. I will show you on next step. All right, next step I would like to show you on the MAS. Okay, Merlin is that purpose. Yeah, I think Merlin and also Monica, they are having the similar use case for this. So this is quite straightforward to replicate some of the feature that have as well. I don't think it's hard. So that's why we will use extend that to bring more like uses to the user. And yeah, you can utilize your daily credit or maybe monthly credit, right, to just personal use, not only like clone. Yeah, true. On Safari, I never done any Safari extension before, but definitely can consider that. So thanks for sharing that. Okay, good. So let's me move on. So next one I would like to show everyone is on where we are on the multi-agent system. Okay, MAS UI v2. So I would like to announce that on the MAS, we managed to integrate it. So V1, V2 of the UI already replaced the V1 already. So if you go into AgenticFlow, let me change the screen a bit. Can screen as seen. Wait, I think you should able to see my screen already. Not this one. Should be this one. Let me stop. Let me share my screen again. This one. Okay, on Discord you haven't been able to see it yet. Let me stop and change screen. Add more screen. All right, so you should be able to see my screen now. So let's just close off this one a bit. So ignoring the error, we're still fixing that. But what I would like to show you, everyone, is we managed to replacing the deep research with the totally new UI already. So you can see right now it's more fluid, and this will have the ranking for you. And when you click on an agent like this one, it will show up. So we move the input message of the agent on the node itself. So it will be very clear to you that this is the kind of like a message as an input that the agent is taking from the previous node to that. So in here you can configure like you are passing different parameters and other state of message. So I think Anvin were asking about how can we manage to pass some variable. So this is how you do it. You dot state dot message, and then it will passing the message from upstream to this one. We will implement the insert Hapa.ai. Okay, that's awesome. I will refer to that when I developing the AgenticFlow Chrome extension. That should be useful. All right. And if you click on this one, let me continue. So in the agent, when you click on this, on the left hand side, the panel is actually the similar panel like the agent UI that you are using. So in here, you can configure the skill of the agent, MCP, trigger, task, knowledge, and everything. So when you are modify here, if you update the agent itself as well, and the agent itself you can follow in this agent tab in here, and you can if you modify out here or in the multi-agent system, it will be quite similar. So it will update to one. And we also adding some of the new node as well. For example, this one is kind of like a map and reducer. So this is we call it like a state management. So so just example. So you can see that's kind of like when this is an agent that is clarified with user, it have two routes, right? One route is kind of like it will ask the user because in the system prompt is quite small. Let me open that so that you can see. So in this system prompt, we were asking the agent that to clarify question or if user already provide enough information to start research. So this agent will review and this will make decision. And if it kind of like will need more question, so it will falling into this path and then it will return into the value and it will just adding more clarity user note about a clarification in here. And after that, it will trigger into the research brief. So research brief is another agent. So this agent is actually don't have any instruction, but technically it was an agent that having some of the message. So it will what it will do is it will given a set of messages that send, and your job is to translate the message into more details and concrete research question that will be used for the research and so on. So this agent is going to be used and it will transform into the supervisor agent. And this supervisor agent is going to have a sub agent as well. The UI right now it not show up, but basically what you can do is you can configure a team of agent under this sub agent. But this sub-agent research team is going to take the message from the previous action. So it's going to be state.node output.research brief node and last message. So this is quite like technical on this one, but basically what it means is that it will take the output from this one in order to proceed next action. So when we are improving the UI, you're just seeing that it will take the research brief node output and it will doing something. And when it's doing something in here, it will actually doing some loop and research as well. Because if you click on this one and you can read the instruction of this supervisor research agent. And in here, we are actually writing a detailed task for it so that it will have some strategy in order to do research. And after this supervisor agent already finished the research, it will hand over that into the final report agent node. So this agent is also receiving a message that say, based on their own research conducted, create a comprehensive, well-structured answer to overall research brief. And this is the research brief actually. So this one is the block of the data. What it means is that it will telling the final report agent that you take the output from this guy and you do some stuff with that and you output. So the right hand side here is actually the one that you can use to test with the agent, like research about NVIDIA. Yeah, so it will is trying to produce some of the output like this, and the research clarification, it will asking some question in here, and the agent will start to run. The researcher agent will use some tool in further and further and further. So this one is not new, so I will not to go through more on details. So basically, we have managed to adopt a new UI where this UI is allow you to have an infinite canvas for you to structure your full agent team. It's having some good layout. For example, like it in either mouse friendly or touchpad friendly, or you can even like click on feed view, or you can do some map. Wait, they have a new use case. So we can add command here. So sometimes I think most of our user is kind of like you are building this for your team to use or your customer to use. So we can add here and say this agent is using for this task. Please do not modify. Kind of like this. So you can put a note on top of this one like this, so that later when you share this workforce JSON to someone else, like your team or your client or someone else, they can either using this. So it should be useful for that. All right. And then in here, there will be some other example that as well. So we add an add node button. So in here, it having 3 node like agent, workflow, and state modifier. So agent is simple, right? You click on agent and it will list all of the agent in your workspace that you can click. And then the agent will be added into the workflow, for example, like this. So this is the new agent that we add. And you can just connect this agent to here. And that is it. And if you would like to add a workflow, the same. So I would like to, for example, like this is test workflow catch. So we just add the workflow here and this here. So it means what we are providing you is that you can adding a workflow in the middle of the flow of that. So the agent will do something and it will hand over to a workflow to do something. And after that, we can even like adding a new agent. Yeah. Oh, where is that? Okay. I think there's some error. Yeah. So you can just chaining them together. We also having some other like condition, like if else, like if it's string equal or less than, over, and so on. If it's going to be like this, then you are going to this agent. Yeah, there's some UI that we still need to fix on this part. Yeah, you can connect this. Where's the string.ui? Okay, we still need to fix some bug on the conditioning and stuff. But basically, we are going to add more and more stuff in here. So it's going to be agent, workflow, condition. It can be a loop. It can be a kind of like some knowledge retrieval, or maybe write to knowledge, write to database, and so on. So we will make the multi-agent workflow is very powerful. So it will using all of the agent and workflow that you have built before, and also be more powerful, so that it will be handling a very complex system. And after we finishing this one, we will able to make it like a public thing. So you can publish the agent to multiple platform, like the one we did with Discord. So the multi-agent system is going to also handle your Discord publishing as well. All right, so I think that's it on the update on the multi-agent system, a new UI. So I hope that this is something that you can be aware of where we are at the moment. And feel free if you have any question. Yeah, I think we have today we have some time for a question. Yeah. Thanks. It take a bit of time. We are slowly revamping V1 of the UI, and I believe that with the foundation of V2, we are quite confident that we will have the best UI for multi-agent system preparation and creation. Yeah, thanks, Lester. Thought. So we thought a lot, because like either keeping the work that we done with V1 or jump into V2 with better UI, UX and improvement. Yeah, yeah, true. The V2 is actually fundamental change. We throw up a lot of code that we wrote for V1, but the core is still remain. So the backend code that we wrote is still be able to use. Just like the front end, we need to rewrite everything from ground up. So last 2 weeks was crazy. Tian and also Joseph and Ricardo and Victor, they was working day and night to revamp. And I believe that we are still running hard toward the end of the month. So at least we can give you a usable multi-agent system by the end of the month with UI. Yeah. Yeah. So this one is kind of like we are going to have an action. So if you go into here, so what I will want to do is that when you are having the final report like this one, right? If you would like to write into database, you just like drag, and then it will have a note that say write to database or write to knowledge, because it's going to helpful to useful the UI, and it's simple like that. And what else? Where is the data going to? It going to library, because we already have the concept of database. We already have concept of text knowledge, table knowledge. So we just add more action so that the agent can write to this action, and it can be reused across other system as well. For the at the moment, I think from now until the end of the month, we might not have fully control on the right to knowledge and database. We will try our best, but that's it in the roadmap. Yeah. Jaylee, so yeah, so this is possible. So on this one, so actually when you are going to here, you can actually doing the retrieve, like knowledge retrieval. So this one is actually you read for, and when we are adding the new action to MAS, we're also adding a new action here as well. So it's going to be write knowledge. So because technically MAS and workflow and agent is actually interconnected. So everything that you can use in workflow can be used as a standalone tool in the MAS and vice versa. So we believe that we will have the tier 1 and 2 customer also have the ability to read from knowledge and write to knowledge as well. So that should be doable together with the knowledge base. Yeah, so Python code is not possible at the moment. We only have JavaScript code in here. So you can use JavaScript code. The reason why Python code is not available is Python is quite dangerous, and when you are allowing execution code, you need a secure sandbox for that, and that sandbox is going to be provided by someone else, like externally. So basically, they will spin up like a mini computer so that your agent will run some code on that, and that is not a capability that AgenticFlow is having. So if you would like to like produce that, we will need to purchase from someone else, and we'll provide via maybe PixelML Open Router, just pass through the cost to you. But I think that is something that doable technically. We just need to do prioritization on that. It's easy. So this JavaScript code, you can add that into a workflow, and this workflow can be equipped to an agent. Or if you go into the so for example like this one, you just need to equip that as a workflow to the agent. So that means the agent will have the ability to execute the workflow with the code. Or if you would like to do MAS, then you can add a node, and then it's also same. So you can just add that workflow to the agent itself. Yeah. Okay. This is only condensed to each other. But anyway, and later, what we are also introducing is that we will add one more item in here. We call it plugin. So plugin is kind of like just a workflow action. So this workflow action like Google search, or maybe run JavaScript code, or run a Python code. We are thinking that instead of like adding a workflow, which is you need to create additional step, you can just adding that action directly. Like if you would like to have your agent that producing some query, and then that query go into a Google search tool, then you just need to drag this one and select that Google search plugin, and it should be added into the graph, and then you can able to use that. Yeah. All right. So I think that okay. Integration. Okay. Integration with WordPress. This could be useful to have is you part of website of your WordPress, which use. Yeah, I believe that this is can be something that really interesting to have. So I think at the moment, let record that in here. So I will drop the link. If you possible, please help me um, to drop the link into to this one, like the official WordPress MCP integration. I think for now, for our limited resource, we are not sure yet that we can implement this anytime soon. But what we can do is that this can be run MCP.run. So this is a really good platform. I think there will be someone that already doing WordPress already. So for example, like this one. So this is the WordPress MCP server, and someone already developing this one. And this action is having an available tool like post create, post edit, post delete, and so on. All of this one. So it can install the server. So you can following the instruction of them like this one, and then you can kind of like following their instruction. Maybe I think we should do the install in like Wins, not just doing on cloud. That's cloud code or who's. No, this guy they are on like the so if the MCP server starting with npx something like this, so it means the MCP server is hosting offline, and it will not be able to run remotely. So Pytream is the only provider that allowing to do the WordPress remotely. For this use case, maybe I will need your help to update here. So when we have the capacity, we can have to do that. But technically, I think WordPress is something that someone should already building an MCP server for that, and we better that using the best one that available out there in order to either deploy on our system and make everyone able to use rather than develop everything from ourselves on the ground up because this is not our core capability to develop a WordPress MCP server. We are more about MCP client where we use the capability from this one. Yeah, so I was drop you this one into this one so you can explore further. Yeah. I see. So I think for this one, you can do two things. So either you using API or webhook on that side in order to connect into the AgenticFlow via API action, API call. And in order to read this, how to use this API call, actually you go into our document. We have a example. Wait. Data integration. So here we have this document. It will show you like how you use and working with an API in AgenticFlow. So it can help you to call an API externally. But if you would like to have something that more control on your side, so perhaps that you in, can learn how to create a MCP server. So model context protocol. And this is the sample. So you can build an MCP server. Okay. So this one is a very good resource. So if you are able to build an MCP server and then you host that MCP server, then what you can do is to just go into AgenticFlow, you go to connection, and then you go into MCP server client connection, and then you just add your server here. And when you're adding here already, then your server is going to be discoverable by the system in AgenticFlow. So it's going to be like this. So just example, like this is the server that I create, like scrapless. Okay, so it has some of the action. So because we are the builder of these action, so we can have full control over what is this going to do and how we going to do it, and we can pack that together with the rest of the AgenticFlow system very easily, and it can be used in workflow, it can be used in agent, and it can be also used on multi-agent system as well. Can you recommend any gateway provider, for example, Gemini 2.5 Flash? For this one, I think just using Gemini directly. So you go into the AI studio.google.com, and I think they are providing quite generous, and I think they are providing like $300 free credit for a new business. And if you are founder and with a website, you can request up to like $2,000. I think you can search for um, uh, Google Cloud startup program. Sorry, like this, and you can go into this one, and oh, because I already have, but actually you can apply on Google Cloud Startup Program. 350K is very hard to get. You need to VC funded, but it's quite easy to get around like $2,000 in credit. So I would suggest that if you would like to using Gemini a lot, then you can just apply for the Cloud Startup Program, and then that's going to be easy for you to that. So I will just drop the link into here. As long as you are a business and then you can just supply, then you can get it. And that's pretty quick, I think. Yeah. So early stage. Now this one is like a startup pre-fund. Okay. So you can have $2,000 in credit. So it means you have nothing. You don't have anything. You have a website and they will give you $2,000 already with no string attached. You have a startup that good, they can give you up to 200,000 or 300,000 50. But I would say you need a VC funded. But most of us will not. So start with $2,000. I think that would be very helpful already. All right. Any other question on this one? You can ask me any question, not only limited into AgenticFlow. All right. If no, then I think that's pretty much it. On Jim side, so because you are John late, but we managed to do a start and stop on workflow, so you don't need to handle the workflow from zero and now. It will catch the previous step. So every time that you are running the workflow, it will be run on that single step only, not from beginning until that final step. You can catch up on the video later when I uploading the video. All right, so I think that's it for today. Next week, we hope that we can give you some of the more like demo of the Chrome extension that I'm really excited about, and MAS to be more polished at that point. And yeah, let's see what can we bring you next week. Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, Jay, you are typing something. Thanks a lot. I think that this is like what I learned and during like my startup journey. And yeah, next time let's have some discussion, and you can just drop me any Q&A on how to secure some like funding part from different platform. I have some information. I think this will be interesting to you to know. All right, good. Have a good day. Bye bye. Discord.